Tilly Berghege moved from Holland to Cincinnati in 1965. In 1983, she opened a store selling clown dolls, clothes, sculptures, and paintings.
This is, well, she looks funny now because she's not complete anymore. Mainly, don't take her body, okay? She lost her body. But the face, look, she has her little tongue sticking out. So I call them my sophisticated bitches. Which is a compliment to her, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big round of applause for Tilly. Without her, it couldn't be possible.
My name is Tilly Berghege. I'm born in Holland, the Netherlands, in 1946, and I came here as a young bride in 1965.
I kind of think the whole making the dolls started because Yosei, her sister, sent over a little, gesture, stuffed gesture doll, and I don't know how Mom really got. Was it the clothes first or the dolls first?
No, she made us a Christmas gift.
Uh-huh.
And she made us dolls. So Dad was on strike, and she was making things, and I got a clown with red and white checkered, flat, and then you got, I can't remember what you got. But
her memory is better than mine.
So that's where it started. It started on a Christmas where we didn't have enough, so my mom made something for us.
My daughters helped me a lot because we had made them a mime outfit, and they would paint their faces white with a little cross and a tear. And when I did a show or set up my booth somewhere, either in malls or outdoor shows, they would mime right outside my booth. They would just stand really, pose and stand really still. When I opened my store in '83, you cannot describe that feeling. You know, you're so bombarded with work and you want it to be right, but you're so excited. And the best part was then when people would walk in, started talking to you and looking at the stuff that you actually made and created. I think, even growing up, I think I was unique. I think I can call unique. Part of it is probably I'm born in '46, right after the war, so I always jokingly said I was created jumping with joy. So when I was born, I kept on jumping and couldn't sit still. I had to do something. There. I've had it ever since I was young. I used to alter my clothes back home before I came over here, to the point they would sometimes laugh and say, "What the heck is that?" But I loved it. It was different, and I think I just always was a little different. Didn't want to be just anybody, you know. I don't know how to explain it.
The other thing I appreciate about my mom, she was always redesigning the house. Like, I would come home and the couch would be on the other side. She just couldn't sit still, but she should have been an interior designer. She was amazing. I think she had so much creativity. It was just spilling out everywhere. And I think that's why she started the store, and she wanted to meet people because, she's a foreigner and she came here, and our neighborhood was stifled with older people, older Americans.
Yeah.
So meeting other people was really important to my mom.
Well, the cute thing is when I told my family back home that I was opening a shop, they went like, "What?" Because back home in Holland, that is, before you open up a shop, you need certain diplomas in order to be allowed to open a shop. And that made me laugh, and this is what I love about America. You pay a $10, what do you call it, permit, and as long as you pay your taxes, you can do what you want, you know.
I feel extremely lucky to have had Tilly as my mom. I really do. I think I am who I am because of her. I'm so grateful, aren't you?
Oh, that's really sweet of you to say.
But it's the truth, right?
Yes, I've not met anybody else's mother
No.
that is even remotely like my mom. I know that sounds like, my kids are great, of course
No.
you're kind of biased, but
I know
truly.
I know people that don't have, the experience we've had and can't really say that they love their parents.
A lot of our friends would call my mom, Mom.
Yeah. That's the truth.
That is true.
She's one of a kind.
I've been very lucky that my children are creative also. So when they went to school and the art academy, they made some unique painting and artwork, which mostly hangs on my wall now. I used to draw, but I'm more knitting and be creative that way, in embroidery, I love cooking and yard work. So I guess my palette is my garden now.
All right, Melissa. Always happy to have my daughter with me. One of these days I'll get my other daughter.